Hello, it's Leanne Peters here. I'm from templeofbalance.com.au, Temple of Balance on Facebook, and Temple of Balance on YouTube. And this is our monthly patron healing list event, and this is our annual planting the seeds for new beginnings. This is the third annual one that I have done with patrons. So I tend to do it in September or October, but generally September because it's the start of spring for us here, and I'm ready to plant my potatoes. I mean, look at them. They are ready to be planted. I've just been trimming some of the bigger ones up a bit, and there's lots in there. So they are bursting at the seams, ready to get into the ground. So we're going to be going back here shortly into the hay and planting those potatoes. With the potatoes, I'm going to be planting all of you, my patrons, for October. My those of you on the healing list pledge level, which is the $15 level. So thanks so much for your support this month, and if you're a regular supporter, your ongoing support, thank you so much. So I have written your names on these little pieces of porcelain. So these are permanent, and you're going to stay on these for probably hundreds of years, however long it takes to break down, which is probably thousands, because ceramic, as we know, hangs around. So we're going to be planting you with the potatoes, and this is what I imagine are, hi Bridget, this is what I imagined are you, the seeds for you. So before we get into seed planting, there's a couple of things I want to do. I want to talk with you about what these new beginnings can represent. So usually before we look at new beginnings, hi Loretta, you're right on top here. It's lovely to see you and everybody who's connecting. So yeah, usually we thinking of new beginnings, like in my I guess my approach to things is to look at things from all different perspectives and angles. And I know that new beginnings or new doors opening sometimes, well, usually they follow after we close some old doors or do some releasing of old stuff and that sort of thing. So think about, as you're preparing to move into this planting new seeds and new beginnings kind of energy, what in your life needs tying up? So are there any partially open doors that need closing? Are there some things that have expired in your life that you are still kind of hanging on to for some reason? And are you willing now to close those doors, let that stuff go? Hi Suzie, lovely to see you. So before we start with the new beginnings, let's think about letting go and really making space for the new to grow in our life. So I might actually drum a little bit for that. So we might do that in a minute. Hi Rayna, lovely to see you too from California. So I've got some smudging to do. We're going to pull a healing energy card, and we're obviously got some planting to do too. So what I'm thinking and feeling I might do now is grab my drum, play the drum for a few minutes, and just use that time to really think about clearing some things and to surrender close some old doors. So really preparing ourselves to, as deeply and as thoroughly as we can, to plant these new seeds. And then we'll talk about what these new seeds can represent. So I feel the best thing to do is to clear. I'm going to grab my drum, which is just down here, and we're just going to get started. I don't know if it's quite, we're ready to start. So we have 43 people on our healing list today. Hi Allison, you're one of them too. Thanks for coming, and it's lovely to connect with you. If you're on our healing list, of course, please take a deep breath. This healing event is for you. If you are not on the healing list and you're observing or watching from wherever you might be, then I'm sure it's no accident you happen to be here too. So take some big deep breaths and join with us if you want to in releasing now and getting ready to, mainly we're going to be planting the seeds for new beginnings, but just a little bit of clearing first would be good. let's move those spuds out of the way. And hi, Rebecca. Lovely to see you too. Let's drum for a moment to get some stuff out, to really think about clearing our inner wardrobe of stuff. So, or even because we're doing this in the garden, maybe also imagining pulling the weeds out of our internal garden, the weeds of our life, the toxicity, the negativity, the tension, the pressure that we put on ourselves, this sort of stuff. So take a nice big breath. There's nothing you can do wrong. Just be open and willing and hold the intention to let go, to pull those weeds out of your body, out of your mind, out of your heart, out of your life. So I'm not going to drum for long. Take a big deep breath. I will use this space, so I'm going to drum this way. Okay, so just take a nice big breath now and think about continuing to breathe out what's holding you back. Breathe out that old energy so we can make room for the new. So we're now moving into our new beginnings and really thinking about what seeds we want to plant or what new beginnings we want to bring forth in our life. So think about it and maybe even make a list. It might be helpful to sit here in this space while we're doing it. It feels like a very fertile space that we're creating. So I think of fertile soil. We've weeded the garden, the fertile soil awaits these seeds that we want to plant for ourselves now in our life. So what seeds would you love to plant? What new beginnings, what changes and improvements or solutions would you love to be able to see and experience in your life, for yourself, in your body, in your relationships? Make a list if you're inspired to. That will also help with the manifesting and the manifestation of this, because we're getting it out of what we're thinking or what we're feeling, and we're getting it into the next or a next level or next stage of manifesting, which is speaking about it, writing about it, or taking action on it. This is how we manifest these new things. So we're preparing now to head down to the garden. The sun, it's not absolutely hot here, but we do have a very hot sun. So I've made a little shade for you. Hopefully it's enough for the phone. And my micro, I'll have to keep coming over to the king. I'll talk about it in a minute. Hi, Kathleen. Hi, Megan. Hi, everybody. Thank you and welcome. Okay, the best healing energy card for all of us as we prepare to move into serious focus on our new beginnings, this turning point, this new phase, this improvement, this time of newness is this. Oh, this is interesting. On the bottom, we have the manifest card. So what is this? Ah, how perfect. It's blossoming. Card 34. And we're doing garden theme. So this is beautiful. I'll read what it says here and then we'll talk more about this card. And before I read anything, I've just got to point out there, I don't know if you can see it, but there's this tiny little seed. I remember when I drew this drawing many years ago, 2008, I was colouring in the background and then there was this little knot on the paper and I'm like, oh, this feels so much like a seed. So I've drawn this little seed in here and it's got just a little sprout and a little root just showing. So this is really absolutely on point and very symbolic of what we're doing today. It says here color to help balance the chakras. So working with color to nourish, to heal, to balance. It says blossoming and growing into a beautiful flower or potato. It says self-growth. And you know, what does that mean? Self-growth, allowing ourselves to grow, allowing ourselves to improve by bringing forth and welcoming new experiences and new situations, new people, new feelings, new thoughts on things, new opinions. It says plant the new. Well, we're just about to. It says springtime. Yes, it certainly is here. It says peace, self-love. Would you love to plant a new seed of for peace? Peace for yourself, where you feel peaceful, contented, stable, accepted or acceptance. Well, maybe it's both, where you feel accepted and acceptance. Hi, Valentina. Yes, I love potatoes too, which is why I'm planting them. Self-love. Can you plant a seed for new beginnings? Can you have that on your list for self-love? Are you happy with the amount of self-love you're offering yourself at the moment? Joanna's here too. Hi, Joanna. Or could you do with a little more self-love as we move forward? It says inner beauty, so really seeing the beauty in us, the uniqueness. You know, we're not all supermodels, and you know, I mean, beauty is also in the eye of the beholder, of course, but you know, can we see ourselves for who we are and accept the beauty, the uniqueness that is who we are? And it says physical discomfort as you grow. So this reminds me of like the caterpillar, how I'd imagine the caterpillar kind of being pulled apart in the cocoon to be put back together again in a whole new way as the butterfly. So we may feel a bit like our limbs are being pulled out, or our joints may feel painful, or this sort of thing. And I feel that this is sort of sometimes goes along with that sort of transformation and that bringing in of that new energy as we emerge as butterflies from the cocoon. So this is perfect, absolutely perfect for this time period that we've now entered into, which is planting these seeds, and what they represent for you into this fertile soil. So I'm going to leave that card here. I'm going to grab a drink of water, and we're going to head down into the garden, which is just a few steps away. So let's see. I'm going to leave you here for a second. I'm going to take you, my seeds, over to the spots, and then I might actually smudge the area while you're here, and then I'll bring you out into the sun, and you can join me in the garden. So take some nice big breaths. I'll bring you. All your names on here. And I got my gumboots on. You probably haven't seen them yet. Gumboots are great. They're one of the best things I bought for down the backyard. I'm very country, even though we live in the suburbs. Because when I'm glazing, I can get glaze all over my gumboots. When I'm in the garden, it's, you know, gumboots. And you can just slide them on, hang out the washing. They're daggy as anything, but they are so good. So good. So I have them on at the moment, but you probably haven't seen them yet. So we've got some sage burning. Okay, this is serious time. I take my work very, very seriously. And I take even my own personal self-healing very, very seriously. And I feel this seriousness that needs to come in now to this, almost this focus, this seriousness, this dedication, so that we can really make the most of this opportunity, because it feels like an opportunity, a very fertile moment and fertile moments that we're creating here, to really help plant and bring into form the new beginnings that you want to bring into your life. This is where I also really feel that making a list of what new things you would like to see would be really valuable as we're moving now into this time. So you can imagine your seed as I mention your name and as I plant it. You can imagine all those new things you want to bring in, all those improvements and changes, advancements and upgrades that you can. That's what this seed represents. So I'm going to take this smudge stick down and just smudge over the ground. I'll just lower you a bit so you can see. Excuse the weeds. I've kind of mapped out. Actually, this, I wonder if this is a better angle, because then we don't have to worry about being in the sun. And, no, I might bring you closer. Anyway, we'll take this down and I'll take the potatoes and I'll be back in a minute. I'll come back for the potatoes. Okay, let's go down and do this. So, let's see. So what I've decided I'm going to do is, because the microphone's right here at the camera, I'm going to pull 11 of you out of my little bowl at a time, and then I'm going to plant a row of 11 potatoes. There will be one row of 10 because we have... will you be able to see all that? I'll probably have to move you as we go. So now what I've done differently this year, Corey and I are just trying different strategy of growing our potatoes, which is I don't like using Roundup or the weed spray. So, and we have so much of this long grass here. So we've tried this method of laying down bales of hay. And basically this lot here that I'm going to be going, so about to that piece of paling there, has been down for about 6 months. And then the rest, which is a slightly different colour just here at the back and then around the back of the side here, that's only about 6 weeks cover. So we're going to go under this nice old stuff. We should have some really nice fertile soil under here. And what I'm going to do is peel this back, hopefully easily. I haven't done it before. The ground under there should be really moist and nice and fertile and weed free. And I'm just going to basically lay the potatoes with your seeds along in these rows here. That's the plan. That's the theory. So, I guess just bear with me. I'll keep an eye on the camera and I will come over and speak to you if I need to or as I need to. So take a nice big breath. And I don't want to stomp on. I've got a little oregano, which I think some people call them oregano or something. We call them oregano here. I've got a tiny little piece here I don't want to tread on, and I've got some thyme here too on the other side of my foot. So we'll see. I've got some sticks so that I can follow my path. So let's see. Oh, nice. Nice, nice, nice. Oh, that's easy. So easy. So damp under here. Beautiful. Okay. got a few potatoes coming up already. Oh, look at this beauty. Look at that one. Actually, I could take that and eat it. That looks... Oh no, it's got a hole in it, but that'll seed up. Okay. All right. Okay, let's start with our first 11 people. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. As I say your name, I'm going to pop you on the ground and then I'll add a potato with you. Okay, Loretta, you're actually first. Loretta Martin, take a nice big breath as we plant the seeds for new beginnings for you. Just move that out of the way. Okay, Loretta, in you go into the fertile soil. Bronwyn Usher. Bronwyn? In you go. Joanna Levine. Nice big breath as I plant your seeds. We have Leslie Laagel. I'm not digging in the potatoes, I'm just laying them under the hay. Ellen Stenslie. Ellen, take a nice big breath. That's you. Matthew Keith. Into the ground you go. Jacqueline Taylor, nice big breath. In you go. We have Gayle McCoy. Janice Chalmers. Kathleen Glen. And Pamela Florea. Okay, that's our first row. Actually, I won't need those sticks. Let's get them out of the way. Okay. Oh, actually, I need one more potato. Okay, I'm just going to uncover the next row while I'm here. Okay, next 11 people are, oops, sorry, 1, 2, okay, first we have Charley Ross. So Charley, you'll go over there. Anne-Marie Douglas. Susan Macmillan, excuse me. I feel like I'm trying to fit into the, squeeze into the camera, like squeezing into a box. Angela James. We have Sondra Battles. Christopher Regan. We've got Allison. Andrea Stuart. Chelsea Keith. Annick Beal. And Rebecca Ross. So into the ground you guys go. And I'll put some potato seeds with you. These are all different varieties of potatoes. These are our seed potatoes from last season. Okay, so I'm just going to cover those up and then we'll get the next line. Oh, that's not what I want to lean on. Okay, we've got nice deep section here. So let's grab the next 11. There's some great earthworms down there too, so it's very fertile. 1, 2, 3. Okay, next 11 are David Magnus. So David, take a nice big breath, and everyone who's been added in here. We've got Martha Samuels,
Susan Sonsteng, Amanda Sanders, Sandi Greenham, Marguerite Pepper Brady, Marguerite Pepper Brady, Sarah Jones. We have Linda Davidson, Bridget Mehrtens, Rayna Ortiz, and Suzie Nicholls. Okay, let's pop some potatoes in with you guys. Nice and deep into the earth. Okay, I'm just going to cover you up and then I'll pull over our last row. Okay, our last 10 people to go into the fertile soil are Carlee Chirichiello, Carlee. Oh. We have Ann Osias, Valentina Jardim, Angie Griswold, Kanti Devi Wedad, Carol White, Avril Daly, Jane Larson, Nicole Wiggins, Kimberly Vaness. And lucky last is blank. That was my one blank one. Okay, so let's cover you guys up and then I'll come back to you. Oh no, we're going to need to put some potatoes in. Hold on. I'll put some potatoes in and cover you up and then I'll be back. Okay, and I've got my little ceramic bunny, my hair for representing fertility. And that's going to sit right there. So there you are, planted in the ground under the hay. And over the coming months I'll share some pictures of the sprouting and growing and then the harvest. When I harvest, I will find some of you, and so I'll share those names that I do find as I harvest. So there you are on this beautiful spring morning in the ground, ready to manifest the new beginnings and the new things that you want to create in your life. What are they? Allow them to sit in your heart. Thank you. Maybe imagine that seed, that little porcelain seed with your name on it. Imagine that we've just planted that in your very own heart as a seed that's been planted in fertile soil and ready for the right conditions and the right perfect moment to grow, to germinate, to bear fruit. It feels very powerful and sacred, this moment. Thank you. So I'm going to pull another healing energy card. I'm going to grab a drink though, it's really hot here. Hot for us Tasmanians, you know, if you're in a colder climate, you have a bit of sun and it's quite hot too, especially coming out of winter. So, let's see. So if you did just join in, I was just planting the seeds. This is the card we happened to pull. Thank you. Yes, hope we all grow together. It would be beautiful. I'm really feeling that togetherness so strongly these last few days, and how I want to be part of the, thanks Susan, I want to be part of the thread that weaves us together. Yeah, it's funny, isn't it, how you're going into autumn over there in the northern hemisphere. So just shows that everywhere, somewhere around the world, there's new beginnings or springtime or summer or the opposite to what we might be experiencing, which is a really cool balance. So I'm looking for the best healing energy card now. I want to really find the best card that represents what we need to do now to nourish, or what action we need to take to bring these new beginnings into form. Because we can talk about new beginnings till the cows come home, but if we don't do anything about it, it's just going to stay a dream. It's going to stay an idea. It's going to stay in our heart, and we might live out our days not seeing what we want to bring into our life, whether it be peace or balance or love, whether it be a physical thing that we want to manifest, a new home to live, or a new job that supports us, a new relationship that's healthy. So the best card in regards to what do we need to do next to help bring this about is this. It's this. What is this? Accomplishment. Card 9. It says, be proud of what you have achieved. Accept who you are and where you are. It may be a great time to retreat and catch your breath. So this is patience, I feel, as we climb the mountain, as we climb through or climb the path or walk the path that we're walking on at this time. Our seeds, our new ideas, the things that we want to bring, our vision for our life is not going to manifest instantly this second. So there is going to be patience required as we continue our journey forward. And it feels like as we trust our intuition, as we keep our dream, our vision alive. So we may want to have little reminders of our vision, little steps, reminders that we need to take each week. Maybe people we need to contact, things we need to learn, money we need to save, so that we can do or go where we want to go, where our vision wants to take us. So we can do these regular steps on our life's journey, our everyday life, to keep the vision alive. And this is what I feel is really important now moving forward. It's going to require patience. We're not going to see the results instantly, but we can start seeing the results as we continue to keep the vision alive, is what I just feel like I want to say. Keeping the vision alive. So don't forget to stop and catch your breath. And maybe now's a good time to do that. Stop, catch your breath, and look how far you've come. Look at all the new beginnings that you have actually created in your life, or that have come to pass in your life. Find and feel the gratitude of the new that you have seen come in, because then you know the new is possible for your new visions that you have too. You know, like sometimes if I'm working on a vision for something or a dream for something, I will actually look at other people that have already manifested that dream and be happy for them, be grateful that they're in my life and showing up, because they're showing me that it's possible. I remember when we were saving for our house, when I was renting, and we were saving a small amount each week for a few years before we had enough deposit to actually buy our house. But while we were saving, you know, it's tedious. You have this vision, this dream, you just want to be in your new house, but you've got to wait the time out. You've got to let your bank account build up, then your savings accumulate. So when I would see people buying their first home, or they've just moved to a new home, instead of feeling envious, I'd feel really excited for them, because I could feel a sense of me in that one day that was going to be me. And I could be excited for that moment. So by seeing other people have their vision come to life, or a similar vision or dream to what we have, can actually spark a revival in us to show us that it actually is possible. That we're attracting these types of people, having these experiences, showing us, reminding us to keep going, to keep our vision alive. So look back, see where you've done this before, see what you've done to bring your new vision into form and into life and to life, and consider maybe the gratitude around that, or what steps you need to take now moving forward to materialize your vision that we've just planted and what that represents for you. So accomplishment, notice what you have achieved, but know that there might be patience required to continue going on that journey that we are all walking. Take some time, catch your breath, and look at the view for a while, you know. So, yeah, feels beautiful. So thank you so much for joining me today. I trust you've enjoyed our Planting the Seeds of New Beginnings, and I will tenderly water you and tenderly welcome the sun to warm you as you grow here in this garden and in the garden of your own heart. And as I harvest in the months to come, I will find you and I will take a photo. I'll share what I find and who I find. I'll share you on my Temple of Balance Facebook group. So just type in Temple of Balance on Facebook and it's the group, not the page. And I'll share who I find as we harvest our potatoes for the season. So the sun's shining brightly on you. The sage is burning out. The rabbit is tucked away in the hay, keeping the ground fertile, and the conditions, I trust, right for the manifestation of your dreams and your vision and what you would love to see happen and materialize in your life. So thank you so much for being a part of this experience. I'm sure I'll be back again next year, next September, for our annual planting of the new seeds, the new beginnings, for my patrons, if I'm still about, which I'm sure I will be. So thank you, and I'll be back again also next month for our monthly healing list event. So I'll see you towards the end of October if you're inspired to continue to be on our healing list, or if you want to join in, look at the Patreon link, which is in the video somewhere. So thank you so much. It feels so nourishing and warm and beautiful to spend these times, these moments with you. So thank you so much. I trust you feel a little inspired, and that fertility I feel around is really strong. So this is a great time to really further think about the new things that you want to plant in your life, the new beginnings that you want to bring, the turning points you want to reach, and the changes that you want to see. So thank you so much from my heart to yours. If you want to learn more about me and the work I do, please visit templeofbalance.com.au. Thank you so much. And bye for now. I'll take you down to the garden and I'll go from there. We'll go and hang out with our little rabbit and see how this hay planting goes. Bye. Oh, where's the off button? Okay, see ya.